Hey guys, KK4PY in here. Well, it's been an extremely long time since I made a video, but had a little bit extra time today, so I just wanted to do kind of an update. I did a little bit of hardware hacking, whatever you want to call it. I use a lot of these Mr. Beams lights. They're very popular. These cost about, for this model, about $10 at Home Depot, or you can get them on Amazon. They're battery-powered motion sensor LED. It's 15 lumens. They make great little, just kind of stairway lights. So you can see this one's stuck on. The voltage is getting a little bit low. It uses 4 AA batteries, which is all well and fine. But where I have them placed in my house, they get used every night. Going back and forth to the kitchen, taking the dogs out, whatever. So the batteries wear down pretty quickly, and it's just kind of annoying. They can't use rechargeable batteries, rechargeable AA's anyway, because of the voltage regulator inside just won't allow it to run on that voltage. They need pretty much 6 volts. So got kind of annoyed with that and decided, well, let me see if I can change out the regulator to something a little bit more efficient. And, well, lo and behold, not really. Sorry, these are AAA's. But they're easy enough to take apart. 4 screws and pop out circuit boards inside. This is the model number. So it even says 6 volts. It's an MB700. Mr. Beams has a couple different products. What I've found is that the motion sensor in this, the PIR motion sensor, is very reliable. And these are also dark activated. So what I did to solve that problem was just take it apart, solder some wire in. You could just hook it up to the battery terminals. That would work just the same, but I actually soldered this right onto the circuit board, so it'd be a little bit easier to work with. And I wouldn't have as much trouble putting the batteries on. Sorry, I'm working with a cell phone here. And I just drilled a small hole in the side. And you don't need very thick wire. The advantage to this is you can make this wire as long as you want. And what I did was hook it up to this 6-volt rechargeable battery here, which you can get, I guess they're about $10. I got this one on clearance at Walmart for $2, which is fantastic. Sorry, trying to work with one hand here. So yeah, basically just the circuit board's marked with positive and negative. You could do it with the battery contacts as well. You could even just use alligator clips right inside it and just drill a hole, whatever. But this can still be mounted to the wall, and now it doesn't have the added weight of the 4 batteries in there, so it's really, I just use the command strips or whatever, but I normally just set them on something and they work just fine. So the advantage to this battery is you can hook it up and recharge it, and it's going to last. I've had this one on here for a while now, a long time before it needs to be recharged. So you could make this wire as long as you want. You could put the battery, back down behind some furniture or whatever. You can also find these batteries, which are basically the same thing. It's 5 amp hours, which is a little bit bigger than that. But these are rechargeable lantern batteries. I found these with these at Walmart on clearance for like $2. I got a bunch of them. Versus this type of battery, which is, you can get them for $3 or $4, just a regular lantern battery. And you can use these, and they're still going to last way longer than the 4 AAA's. But the problem is, when they're dead, they're dead. So, but this is nice. You can still use the alligator clips or wrap some wire around it, whatever. So, the type of wire that I use is 24 gauge, 2 conductors, like alarm wire or whatever. You can get it in spools, almost nothing. So this works way better. The LED stays constantly bright. I don't know if I can get it to turn on in here. It's probably too bright in here, but anyway, if I disconnect it and hook it back up, it might come on. There you go. So you can see the LED stays nice and constantly bright for months. Now this one's gone wacky, but it stays bright for a long time, and it just works a lot better. So you can do this with all sorts of different lights like this. It needs 6 volts. Just get yourself one of these batteries, or one of these are cheap enough. Even at $10, it's a good deal. If you consider the price of, good quality AAAs or AA's or D cells and some of my bigger Mr. Beams lights, you'll be like, you'll spend way less money. To recharge these, they sell chargers for them for next to nothing. Or if you have a car battery charger, some of those have 6-volt setting on it, but pretty much you can get a charger for it for a couple dollars, so it'll pay for itself. Plus, just not having to mess with it. If the light starts acting up, just put the voltmeter across it, see how many volts you got. If it's below 5 point whatever, it's time to recharge it. So, anyway, that's it for that. A real cheap and easy way to do it. And it'll last a lot longer, because I know that the only issue I've ever had with these lights is having to change the batteries out constantly, and not being able to use rechargeables gets expensive. I even use the rechargeables in like my multimeter and stuff, because just changing them out, smoke detectors. These are some cheap Harbor Freight ones that really, they work, but not too well. This one is a Maha brand, Power X, whatever you want to call it. This works really good, and it gives you better voltage. So, all right, yeah, hopefully I'll get some more videos up here soon. I got some new projects going on. I'll be doing stuff with the Raspberry Pi here soon. I just got some parts in. I've been working on ultrasonic pickups, microphones, so that I can listen to different stuff. And also I'm going to make a video with this little device here, which is fantastic. You can Google that, ADALM 1000. It's basically a learning kit from analog devices. It's got some cool software with it that allows you to look at voltage and current and stuff like that. And I've been working with that. Also, I'll be doing my own review of my new multimeter, the UT61E. There's a lot of bad press about these. If you watch the EEV blog videos, they say, oh no, these things suck, they have no input protection. Well, they don't, and I would never even plug that into the wall. But for working with like Arduinos and stuff like that, they do a good job. Oh, here you go. This is a Mr. Beams light that I've got open, and you can see it's pretty simple. Got LDR in there, chip. So basically those wires from that I hooked up, I just hooked up right here. It's even marked on the PCB. It's just connected the ones from the battery and hooked those wires up there, and then drilled a hole in the side. This one I'm actually planning on adding Wi-Fi to, believe it or not, with a little Wi-Fi chip. I've been messing with the ESP8266, and they make a really small module that runs off 3.3 volts. So there's enough room in here, I think, for me to add with the circuit board in there a lithium-ion battery and put that in. I'll obviously have to cut all this out, but and then I can add the little Wi-Fi chip in there, so that this thing can actually notify me every time it turns on. So it'll basically be a wireless motion sensor with a light built in. And if I really get fancy with it, I could probably recharge that battery with a solar cell, but they're not good outside. I want to put this, it's not weatherproof, so I want to put one of these in my laundry room where everybody comes in and out from the garage, and that light turns on. It'll send me a notification that somebody came in. So anyway, you guys stay tuned. I know it's been a long time since I did a video, but we've got a lot going on in the shack here. We've changed configuration of some stuff, and got some new toys. So you guys stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about modifying these, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I can help you out however I can. So 73, you guys have a great day.